Hi, I'm Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, November 5th, and it's a couple days after Election Day here in the US. The results are not fully in, so I need a distraction, and I decided today would be a good day to do some TikTok recipes, test them out. So I've got a couple of different recipes I've saved, and I'm excited to try them today. And we're gonna start off with a green onion pancake from @TiffyCooks. So to be avoiding any copyright issues, I will be doing a voiceover and not including the original video, but I will have it linked in the description down below, as well as the Instagram of the TikTok creators. Their accounts will be linked as well. Make sure to go and show them some love because these recipes are bomb. So I started by mixing 2 cups of flour with a half a cup of hot water, and you mix that all up, and then you add another half a cup of water at a room temperature. And then you knead that baby up, and you're gonna let it sit for 20 minutes. So the kneading definitely makes me feel like I'm in a Cooking Mama IRL situation. Very fun. You just get that in a nice little ball. It's a nice little squishy guy, kind of like Play-Doh. Love to see it. I sprinkled some flour down everywhere just to make sure it wasn't gonna stick to anything, and then covered her up with her little bowl. Super cute, super fun. While that was resting, I chopped up 4 stalks of green onions. I probably could have chopped it thinner than I did, so when you're chopping, make sure to make her a skinny legend. Next up, I am doing 2 tablespoons of flour and 5 tablespoons of oil, mixing it all up. This is gonna go on top of the dough once it is all rolled out. I switched to using chopsticks because that's what the TikTok creator was doing, and it worked pretty well. My dough finally finished resting, and you cut that baby in half and roll it out. I did not remember to put flour on the rolling pin, so that was tragic. Make sure you do that. It definitely helps things roll out a little nicer. I will say I think adding too much flour all over the place will make it burn a little easier, so just be conscious of that. So I rolled it out. I probably could have rolled it thinner, so try and make it pretty thin. But we did our best. Then I put that oil and flour mixture on top. I would say you should leave a little bit of room along the edges where there's not any of the oil mixture, but otherwise you should cover it pretty well. Next, you're gonna sprinkle those chopped up green onions on top, and then we will roll this baby up. So you'll roll it up in one direction first, just like so, like that. Then you're gonna squish the ends together, and I actually didn't do this quite right the first time, so I'll insert this portion of the video to show you what I mean. You have to twist it after you've rolled it this way, and then you're also going to roll it in kind of like a cinnamon bun type of shape. Then you're gonna cover them up and let them rest for another 10 minutes. After they've rested a little more, you flatten these babies out with your hand. The first time I did it, I don't think I flattened enough, so go a little bit thinner than you think you should. Now we're headed to the stove top. Gonna put that baby on medium hot, and then add a pancake to the pan. You do 2 to 3 minutes pan frying on one side, and then you flip the pancake and cover it and let that be covered for another 2 to 3 minutes. When you uncover it, you add some oil so that you're gonna get it nice and extra crispy on the outside, and you do a couple minutes on each side again, flipping it over, and the creator said slamming it down, so slam it if you're feeling spicy. Then I sliced these babies up. I cut them into 6 pieces, and let me tell you, they made a very satisfying crunching sound. Unfortunately, my dad was brewing coffee at the same time, so the audio is not great. But look how beautiful these are in the sunlight. I mean, I made a little sauce and we enjoyed. Okay, my dad and I will now try the green onion pancakes.
You first.
Oh, me first. Looks pretty good. I made a little sauce as well.
Good?
That one might not be as good because I didn't squish it as much.
Oh, you suggest going with one of these?
Yeah, with the thinner ones.
the dipping sauce.
Mm.
Mm. Good.
Mm-hmm. It's a little more work than I would want to do on a typical day, but it was a nice distraction for today.
Mm-hmm. So is that TikTok recipe?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I think I could definitely do better the next time I make it.
Of course.
Because now I know you want to roll the dough out probably a little bit thinner and squish it down flatter. I did that on the second one, but the first one is a little bit thick. So I'm thinking that one is gonna be more doughy, and we'll see how that goes. I have to block that so you can see it. I don't know, whatever. So I filmed the intro late, but I did make those green onion pancakes for breakfast. It's now about 2 p.m. Still not a lot of results coming in, so it's time to make another dish. I am going to make some chai latte cookies that I found from Justine's Snacks on TikTok, and I'm very excited to try them out. I did a double batch of these cookies, which made 18 bigger cookies. I'd say if you follow the recipe, you could probably get 12 small cookies made in one batch. I just had some issues, which will be explained later. So first off, you're gonna set your oven to preheat on the bake setting at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you will combine 1/3 cup butter with 1/3 cup of brown sugar and 1/4 cup of chai concentrate. It looks kind of funky because the butter basically just breaks up, but that's fine, that's how it's supposed to be. In a separate bowl, you're going to combine 2/3 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Next, we will add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and mix them up. Then you'll add 1 teaspoon of instant coffee and mix that in as well. Next, chill the dough. I repeat, chill the dough. I failed to catch that step in the original TikTok because it was very quickly mentioned, and I also was kind of scrolling through it as I was baking. So that made it really difficult to work with the dough because it is mostly butter, and in my case, it was mostly melted butter. So if you chill it, it will be much, much easier to work with. So you should be able to make balls out of the dough and then make an imprint in the center that will hold the icing. For me, I ended up just kind of scooping it on and hoping for the best. This was on a cookie pan with parchment paper on top, but you could probably just grease a pan as well if you don't have parchment paper. And then you'll put those in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. Just check in on them and you can decide when you feel like they're ready. While they're baking, you can make the icing. So for the icing, you're going to combine 1/2 cup of powdered sugar with 2 teaspoons of brewed coffee and 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. So a note, if you're not trying to get buzzed off your cookies, try and use decaf coffee and buy decaf instant coffee as well. I did notice I was feeling some type of way after a couple of these cookies. But anyways, after the cookies are done baking, you're going to take them out of the oven and let them cool for a bit, and then you'll add some of the icing to the middle. I tried piping it in a baggie, but the baggie I used didn't have a real corner, so it was a hot mess. Honestly, the execution of this recipe in general was a hot mess for me, but like, you can do better than me, learn from my mistakes. They do taste great, and that's all that really matters. So, yeah. They're a little bit of a struggle. Time to give one of these bad boys a try. Let's see. That's nice, that's nice. Yeah. The chai isn't super pronounced in the cookie. I don't know if it's because I used like a chai latte concentrate instead of like a strictly chai one. Like it tasted more pronounced in the batter before it was baked. I don't know. But It could also be just that the frosting is so sugary that that's covering it. I do like them. I could definitely make them better a second time. If I had seen that, that little note to chill the dough, these would have been a whole other story, I think. But they're still good. I mean, I would say both of my recipes today were a semi-success. I had fun, it distracted me, and that was the main reason I did it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed watching me attempt these TikTok recipes. Let me know in the comments down below if you have had any luck with TikTok recipes or if you end up trying one of these ones. Shout out to the TikTok creators Tiffy Cooks and Justine Snacks that created these recipes. They are awesome and I will definitely be making them again to improve on my results. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!